the plan here is that I took everything off the engine that I know I don't need right now, but still keeps it sealed up. That way I can go through and clean this up really good. I'm going to take a wire brush and some degreaser and a hose and just clean the ever-living shit out of it. I took the valve covers off. It looks like a motor with 300,000 K on it, but it was running really good. And it looks like the only really real leaks I've got are from the oil pan. So I'm not going to disassemble the motor yet. I'm going to get it in the car, run it, enjoy it, all that stuff. And then once I want to do some upgrades to the motor itself, I'll pull it back out and I'll do that. Unless, I wind up with some money and, oopsie daisy, order a sloppy stage 2 cam or something like that. We'll see. But that's what I want to do. Clean it up, make it a little easier to maneuver around. And then if you guys were watching my reels or my shorts, you'll see that I tried to make some mounts, some bolt-on mounts. I think I figured out my welder. So I am going to mock up some proper mounts, cut those out, weld those up, get the engine sitting where I want it to sit, and then I can work on the steering box and then get all this stuff sorted out too. Yeah. Frick, I love this car. It's gonna be so sick. Okay, so you can see I got the engine semi cleaned up, nowhere near where I want it to be, but good enough to handle for now. You can at least tell what's aluminum and what's iron, so that's nice. I will go through it and clean up what I can on the inside, put new head gaskets, oil pan gaskets, that kind of stuff. This engine didn't really leak other than some leaks around the oil pan area. So should be able to clean all those up before it goes in this, before it goes in the Buick. And then as far as paint on that thing goes, I like green, and this thing used to have a nail head, so nailhead green. I think that's the color I'm going to go with. And then it'll have some, I don't know, it'll have a couple of little chrome accents. The alternator's chrome because it just happens to be the one that I got, and some cheapo chrome headers that probably won't be chrome for long, and that kind of stuff. So now that I've got that blown off and kind of clean, I'm going to put the motor mounts back on it, and then I'm going to set it back down in here and mock up where I really want the engine to go. And now that I got my welder working better, I will mock up some motor mounts. I know I've done like 3 videos on motor mounts. Not going to do those big ugly steel plates. Just going to do it simple, easy, looks nice, and put it exactly where I want it to be. I'm going to cut that bracket off. Once the motor's sitting in there, then I can mount that. So stick around and find out. Okay, so I've got the motor sitting actually where it needs to sit now. So it's moved back and up. I mocked up this motor mount here. I'm too far away from the actual outlet. Gotta use too big an extension cord to weld it to the frame. I tried just tacking it kind of, but I just can't get enough heat. So at some point I'll have to spin around the car just so I can tack those in there better and get them set up so that way somebody else can weld them in better for me. And then on this side I just kind of blocked it up underneath the oil pan in the back and over here by this motor mount. So that's where the motor's going to sit now. That gives me plenty of room up in the front here to run that steering setup that I want to do. My garage is an absolute disaster right now. I think what I want to do, just for the sake of chasing dopamine, is I want to take that plate off the top, grab the Fitech Intake, set that down on there just to see how cool it looks. Yeah, and then we'll get some dopamine, and then I can clean up my garage and get this figured out. I've also got some work I got to do on the 64 Oldsmobile sitting outside. Driving around in the wintertime with your air ride, not always a good thing. Couldn't air up one side because the stuff was all froze up, and then scraped my fuel filter. So got a new fuel filter over there on the whatever. I've just got to get this all cleaned up enough, give myself enough space I can pull the car in here and do that. But yeah, this is looking pretty sweet. But let's get some dopamine, put that intake on top and chase some dopamine, get that intake set on top, see how it looks, and then I'll feel good enough to clean up this disaster. All right. Just sitting back here, checking it out, seeing how good it looks. So yeah, that's pretty sweet. Plenty of room in the back there from the intake side anyways. And then the only issue I'm running into right now is that the water neck on the water pump is in the way of the throttle. So I think I did read somewhere that these were reversible, but I also don't like the way that looks. Like, I have a bracket that sits in here to hold my throttle cable, and I don't think that would work if you flipped it the other way. So I just have to look at an alternate solution for this. Hopefully not a whole new water pump, but if it is, I mean, it's probably not a big deal because yeah, it's an LS, so it's probably not too bad at all. Yeah, so it looks pretty sweet. Got a bit of dopamine there. Made a little bit of progress today. Looks good. I am going to get this garage cleaned up and maybe I can get my car pushed in here, but we'll see. It'd be nice to have the driver back. It's sitting across my whole driveway, so nobody can park back there, which is super inconvenient for me and my wife. But you know, hot rod things, just something she's gonna have to live with. But yeah, motor looks great. I'm excited about it. So the whole goal is to get the motor sitting in there where it needs to sit, and then we can take we can figure out the steering box, the steering box and the idler arm, all situated up front here. And then we can take this, put it back on, build the mounts for the radiator on the top and the bottom, and then finish up these pieces because we cut out quite a bit. If you didn't see that video, I'll put a link up there. Go check it out. And yeah, we'll just patch in this stuff, get this all nice and painted, looking good, and on there as well. And then with the motor sitting where it should be sitting, we can also figure out our brake pedal and brake booster here, and our steering shaft going all the way out to there. So making some progress, little bits by little bits. Little bits by little bits. Pretty cool. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks for checking it out. If you haven't got the December issue yet of the magazine, make sure to hit up our website and check it out. Comes with a 2024 calendar, and now it is 2024, so you can hang them. The next issue will be coming out in February. Excited for that. And we will have another episode of Blue Collar Garage Culture Shop coming out at the end of January as well. So yeah, keep cruise culture alive. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time.